Almost 10,000 people here.
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark.
The ratings aren't the same with Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever now eliminated. Game 1 of the Aces Liberty matchup on Sunday drew an average of 929,000 viewers. It's a good number for the WNBA on an NFL Sunday. However, that was down nearly 50% from last Sunday's Fever Sun contest. By the way, not only was viewers, but attendance was as well.
Were you able to capture that moment? The arena roared as Caitlin Clark entered the European court. Unprecedented in women's basketball, the audience went crazy, yelling her name like a rock star. She had the full support of her fans.
Indiana Fever select Caitlin Clark, University of Iowa.
Clark will fire and...
Hold on, didn't she just leave the WNBA? Is probably what you're asking yourself. Yes, exactly. And that's where the interesting part begins. The WNBA is having trouble filling its arenas while Clark is ruling in Europe. Can you picture the difference? It's as though two entirely distinct realities exist. And we're going to examine the potential implications of this for women's basketball going forward. Imagine this. Barcelona's sold-out arena. "We want Caitlin," chant the fans as they stand up. We have never seen this kind of electric excitement in women's basketball before. But hold on, shouldn't she be participating in the WNBA? What is going on here? The audience bursts with excitement as Clark steps onto the court. For more fantastic content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the video. Regards. Clark sinks the three-pointer after letting it fly. It's very different from her brief tenure in the WNBA or her undergraduate years. She was signed by Barcelona Basket, who knew exactly what they were doing by showcasing her on billboards and social media. The supporters are now expressing their gratitude in a big way.
Fact that NBA investors, actual NBA investors and owners, that would really be owners, are none too happy right now. And in fact, there's speculation that some of the financials are being possibly hidden even from the owners by the NBA and maybe.
She expresses how excited she is to play in Europe, where the game is more physical and the rules are different. As she embarks on her European tour, you can guarantee that Clark is prepared to face this entirely new obstacle head-on. In the meantime, the WNBA is dealing with an unforeseen issue. Do you believe the league can function without its most talented young player? You may be surprised by the most recent attendance figures. How many vacant seats must league management be concerned about?
It's going to happen whatsoever, but there's a lot of people that spent a long time building this.
Let's investigate the WNBA's true situation. The statistics are in, and they don't look good. Not just a slight fall, but a substantial one has occurred in both TV ratings and game attendance. Compared to the throngs of people they used to draw, some stadia now feel like abandoned towns.
Well, and Penn State went on some runs, and we seem to always have an answer, and you got to give credit. I thought Sydney was great. I thought Kylie was great. I thought Taylor was great. You got to step up when your teammates go down, obviously playing without Molly Davis. But I think the biggest key for us was the
How terrible is it, you might be wondering. Prepare yourself for an astounding contrast between Clark's European debut and the WNBA's present situation. Fans virtually hung from the rafters during her debut match in Barcelona. European media is referring to her as a phenomenon, despite the fact that several WNBA arenas are having trouble filling even half of their seats. When you look at the data, it really is a night and day difference.
Take a look. This Nike billboard honors the all-time NCAA Division I scoring leader. It features the caption, "This was never."
So why is this taking place? Why is the WNBA suddenly declining? Although there are a number of reasons, losing a star like Caitlin Clark is a major blow, and the league never anticipated allowing this to occur.
Oh, the super curly
Fans who might not have ordinarily followed women's basketball were drawn to Clark, and now a large number of those casual watchers are turning away. This is one of the reasons the league had to switch to ESPN for broadcasting. This truly is a fall from grace. Some players are finding abroad prospects more alluring as a result of European leagues upping the bar and providing competitive pay in crowded arenas. The WNBA is finding it more difficult to sustain the high caliber of play that fans have grown accustomed to as a result of this talent drain, and this is just the beginning.
49 your time right now. The Caitlin Clark effect is coming to North Texas in just hours. Tickets go on sale to see the college basketball history maker in her first game in the WNBA.
She makes her debuts in the pros against the Dallas.
Additionally, we cannot ignore visibility and promotion. The WNBA has been working hard to increase its profile, but it will be difficult without big stars like Clark. Games that don't attract large audiences are less likely to receive primetime slots from TV networks, which feeds a vicious cycle of decreased visibility and dwindling viewership. You may be asking yourself, can't it be that bad? Get ready. According to recent reports, after Clark left, WNBA viewership has decreased by about 50%. Yes, exactly. They have lost half of their audience.
And Clark, last night, finished up one of the most remarkable years of basketball.
The league has been rocked by this massive decline. According to reports, WNBA executives are in a panic, frantically trying to figure out how to reverse the downturn. They have some difficult questions to answer. How do they draw in fresh celebrities? How do they manage to hold on to the ones they now have? Above all, how do they re-engage spectators in the seats?
WNBA, what's wrong with diversity, equity, and inclusion? What's wrong with this race agenda? What's wrong with this Black Queens agenda? After what she did at Iowa her senior year, I started saying, hey, I think she's going to be the biggest.
Conversations we had about it was almost too many in a way, but it's a big decision, so it's like not one you want to mess up. I think the main things about Iowa that I liked is one, doing something special that's never been done before.
Getting fans back into venues isn't the only goal. Everything from TV contracts to sponsorship agreements to ticket prices is being impacted by this decline in viewership. There are serious questions regarding the WNBA's long-term viability if these trends continue, and the organization's whole commercial model is being scrutinized. Take a peek at the ticket pricing right now. The story is told by them.
Martin looking. Here's Clark. She fires. And goes! She hit it! Wow!
It's not real. This is the intriguing part, though. Clark is bringing something unique to Europe while the WNBA struggles. Her brilliance isn't the only thing. It's the vigor and enthusiasm she infuses into each match. The buzz she's generating is something the WNBA can only hope for at the moment, and European fans are raving about it. Fans in Europe are yelling, "We want Caitlin," as the excitement builds. Clark is obviously as excited about this new chapter. Clark does more than simply play hoops. She is igniting a movement that is rapidly gaining momentum. Do you believe that the sales of tickets are impressive? Just watch to see how it affects local companies, TV deals, and goods. How far is the Clark effect actually capable of reaching? The WNBA was having trouble becoming established prior to Clark. The league was frequently eclipsed by men's basketball, attendance was low, and there was little media attention. However, things quickly altered after that. Clark's presence had an astounding effect. Since she came, season ticket sales have doubled, according to the WNBA. Doubled, indeed. Furthermore, seat filling wasn't the only goal. Her jerseys were quickly purchased by fans, igniting a women's basketball merchandising frenzy never witnessed before. However, it didn't end there. The Clark impact was not limited to the arena. Restaurants, pubs, and shops close to WNBA sites experienced a spike in sales on game days as fans flocked to take part. Every time she performed, entire cities appeared to spring to life. Additionally, we cannot ignore visibility and promotion. The WNBA has been working hard to increase its profile, but it will be difficult without big stars like Clark. Games that don't attract large audiences are less likely to receive primetime slots from TV networks, which feeds a vicious cycle of decreased visibility and dwindling viewership. You may be asking yourself, can't it be that bad? Get ready. According to recent reports, after Clark left, WNBA viewership has decreased by about 50%. Yes, exactly. They have lost half of their audience.